Coming up on this edition of Pacific Report, we'll see how Yokota is helping service members on the go with their reading, and we'll show you a new book club meeting in Iwakuni. Plus, we'll give you some good advice for early cancer detection. Thanks for joining us on this edition of Pacific Report. I'm Sergeant Will Skelton. The U.S. Department of Defense is out to help service members kick the habit with the Quit Tobacco, Make Everyone Proud campaign. The DoD is asking service members to sign a virtual resolution to quit smoking in 2009. There are 11 days left to sign up, and if you're interested, you can log on to www.youcanquit2.org. While stationed overseas, it's important for service members to have a strong relationship with their host country. Airman Garrett Cole takes us to Aruma Air Base, where service members from Yokota took part in a bilateral training event with their Japanese Air Self-Defense Force counterparts.
Normally, Captain Jack Bean works as the 374th Operations Support Squadron Airlift Director. But today he's working as the liaison for the 36th Airlift Squadron in the 374th Maintenance Squadron's visit to Aruma Air Base.
We came over here today to bring both maintenance and operations over. The maintenance folks were able to go to the different maintenance facilities, tour around, and be able to see how the Japanese support their aircraft operations. And then on the operations side, we went and we actually flew on a C-1 and went on an operational mission with them to do a training drop. So we were able to monitor on interphone while we flew and view the cockpit, view their procedures, and see how they would perform an airdrop.
His goal is to learn about the daily operations of the Japanese Air Self-Defense Force.
The main importance for this event was to learn insight on how to operate out of Aruma Air Base, what kind of structure we would need to bring over to fly with the Japanese.
It's really honor to welcome the U.S. Air Force guys from Yokota, and they're really polite. They're so professional to look at how we fly. So they're really trying to get what we are doing. So it's really good to know each other.
Programs like this help Yokota service members to cross barriers and build strong relationships with our host country. Airman First Class Garrett Cole, Aruma Air Base, Japan.
36 years ago, airmen from Andersen Air Force Base, Guam, took part in a mission that changed the face of the Vietnam War. Petty Officer A.C. Rainey shows us how today's Andersen Airmen honored those who came before them.
On December 18, 1972, U.S. forces began Operation Linebacker II, a massive air bombing campaign pushed largely by a force of 155 B-52 bombers, dropping more than 15,000 tons of ordnance on North Vietnamese military targets.
The operation was a success, but it came at a cost. 33 crew members and 15 B-52s.
To this day, Andersen Air Force Base has honored the airmen who lost their lives during the 11-day offensive that showed the might and capability of one of the Pacific's most vital installations.
A steady stream of the mighty B-52 arrived on the northern end of Guam, and the island seemed to tilt from the massive weight of 150 B-52s. By 17 December, Andersen had built up its bomber force from 34 to 155. Over 5 miles of bombers were parked on Andersen's ramp, and the base was assigned to Strategic Air Command.
With active and retired service members gathering at the base's Arc Light Memorial, Team Andersen shared insights on what the operation meant to those who were there.
The strike was a success. There's no question about that. We paid the penalty, but the men did it because they wanted to do it. It was a good feeling to watch them go. My office was just up the street here. All of my planners and myself were outside watching all of them take off, watch the black smoke drift out in that direction, watch the dart-tailed Ds and the bob-tailed Gs go. And we were proud.
Petty Officer A.C. Rainey, Andersen Air Force Base, Guam.
Stopping on the way home from work to fill up your gas tank and lighten your wallet is a common task for many. But for one lucky Yokota resident, this task won't require any money for some time.
It was just another workday for Westside Elementary School teacher's assistant Flor Sundberg when Yokota AFIS employees surprised her with some exciting news. With balloons and party hats, BX employees stormed her classroom to present her with $3,000 worth of gift cards she won in the APHIS Gas Giveaway Contest. The drawing included entries from APHIS locations all over the Pacific. Mrs. Sundberg says she's very grateful for being selected as the grand prize winner.
What APHIS did is wonderful. You know, help us. Oh, you know, I can't express it. I'm still shaking.
BX manager Mark Neely says the contest and other APHIS programs help give back to military members.
We're here to, of course, sell goods and services at a reasonable cost to the military. But on top of that, we're tasked with making a dividend for MWR. And we do that, we make a profit, and the profit goes right back into the military community.
Mr. Neely also said APHIS all over the world hold contests like this to help show their appreciation to service members. Airman First Class Jay Hernandez, Yokota Air Base, Japan.
A few sailors in Yokosuka kicked off the new year in a not-so-traditional fashion. Seaman Gabrielle Blake takes us to the naval base to see how these service members started off the year with a splash.
Some of Yokosuka's service members decided to jump into the new year in a cold but exciting way by taking the Polar Bear Challenge.
It's a good way to start off the new year as far as that goes. You know, get in the water, get you woken up, you know, what else is going to happen the rest of the year.
Jumping into freezing cold water may seem like a crazy idea for some, but for these military members, it was a great way to start off the new year.
I was very happy when I found out they were doing this again, and I just thought, what better way to start off the new year by doing something crazy.
After becoming official polar bears, the group plunged into the water.
You get nervous at first, but then once when you actually get in the water, you get this huge rush that makes you feel really good.
They may have come out of the water freezing, but they also came out with a good story to tell.
It was cold. Your body goes numb pretty quick, but after your body goes numb, it's fun. The story to tell is worth it. If you have a chance to do it, I would do it. It may seem like a ridiculous idea at first, but it's definitely worth it in the end.
Seaman Gabrielle Blake, Yokosuka Naval Base, Japan.
Reading can better your life, but for those who don't have time to pick up a book, audiobooks might be the solution. Yokota's library has a program to help service members, DoD civilians, and local national employees explore the literary world.
Reading is a lifelong learning skill, but for those who don't have time to stop and read, audiobooks might be the best solution. Yokota's library has a program to help Air Force personnel, DoD civilians, and local national employees get access to them.
The Overdrive program is an online service providing digital media to customers, basically audiobooks, and they can be accessed through the internet.
Nearly 800 titles are available to participants willing to go to the library and get an account.
You do have to come to the library to get an account. There are no passwords, but once you have your account, then you can access the audiobooks from anywhere.
More information on the free Overdrive program is available at the base library. Airman Adam Sims, Yokota Air Base, Japan.
Inside a small room at Iwakuni's library, a few base residents are gathering to discuss their favorite books. Corporal Jamie Baker caught up with this new book club and brings us the story.
A handful of ladies meet once a month to discuss a novel they read the previous month.
Instead of just thinking that when you read a book that it's a very solitary experience, it really doesn't have to be.
The Happy Bookers Club combines a homey atmosphere and a monthly topic for discussion, a gateway for members to openly express their thoughts about nearly everything.
I like being challenged to voice my opinion, being able to articulate what I'm thinking into a way that's, people can either relate to or argue with.
Like here, tighter community.
You may not agree with everything I have to say, but it doesn't mean I'm going to like you any less.
Though the topic for discussion centers around the book read that month, members say they learn more about each other and the world than the book itself.
It's interesting because people have such different backgrounds that they do look at exactly the same thing. Everybody sees that there's a square box, but everybody will describe it differently depending on what their life experiences has been.
Members say those who visit the Happy Bookers Club may find those little bound manuscripts aren't so square after all. Marine Corporal Jamie Baker, Marine Corps Air Station Iwakuni, Japan.
According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths in the United States. Petty Officer Isaac Needleman tells us this disease is easily treated if found early.
Every year, military members need to get a physical to make sure they're in top health. And making a screening for colon cancer during a military member's annual physical might not be a bad idea, because that is the only way to detect colon cancer in its early stages.
The thing about colon cancer is that early colon cancer doesn't have any symptoms associated with it. So that's why we recommend screening. And a screening exam is an examination that occurs before any symptoms develop.
Everybody is at risk for colon cancer, but some more than others.
Typically, individuals who are over the age of 60 are at greatest risk for developing colon cancer. Other individuals are those with a primary or first-degree family history of colon cancer, meaning either their mother, their father, brothers or sisters, or children.
If a family member has been diagnosed with colon cancer, it's best to have a screening 10 years prior to when that family member was diagnosed. Petty Officer Isaac Needleman, Yokota Air Base, Japan.
And that wraps up this edition of Pacific Report. If you have an idea for a story and would like to see AFN cover it, contact us at afn.pacificreport@yokota.af.mil. And make sure to tune in tomorrow for more stories from around the Pacific. I'm Sergeant Will Skelton. From all of us here at AFN Tokyo, thanks for watching.